Yo, what's going on, everybody? Bitcoin Chris checking in once again. And of course, the haters coming in, right? They're like, oh, you lost it all. It's funny when, we post things like I lost it all or, anything negative, everybody wants to come over and laugh at you, right? But I'm going to go over exactly what I lost in just one moment. However, on IG, I want you guys to head over to youtube.com/Bitcoin Chris because you're going to be able to see the screen and everything that I'm talking about. And if you don't want to do that, that's fine. I'm going to mute this in about 5 minutes anyway. So for Instagram, head over to youtube.com/ or @Bitcoin Chris. I should probably fix that. I lost my virginity, my guy. That's right. I'm going to go over exactly what I lost in just a moment. But before we do, make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe. If you're watching on IG, then head over to YouTube. Hit that like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Facebook is also what I'm streaming on. What's up, Facebook? Haven't been on Facebook in a hot minute, but I feel like this is a great topic to talk about. But again, head over to swanbitcoin.com/Bitcoin Chris. Get $10 free Bitcoin. Start to stack up, guys, because I'm gonna tell you now, we're getting into the season and getting into the time of the year or time of the cycle where you can put your money into pretty much any shitcoin into Bitcoin, and you're gonna make a lot of money. And what happens is most people try to FOMO in at the end of the cycle, right? And everybody's talking about it. Your grandma's talking about Doge again. Your grandma's talking about Bitcoin again. And then that's when you guys jump in, and that's when you guys lose all your money because you guys are late to the party instead of being proactive and accumulating during the bear market. So with that being said, again, IG, head over to Facebook, head over to Instagram, IG, head over to youtube.com/Bitcoin Chris @Bitcoin Chris, and you guys can see the screen because we're going to go over the Bitcoin price, and I'm going to go over again everything that I lost, guys, because I lost a lot. So I want you guys to know exactly what I lost and why I'm so happy about it, right? Why am I so happy about losing it all, right? So I'm gonna go over that in just a moment. All right, so what I'm gonna do is on YouTube, you guys are with me, so I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen with you guys here on YouTube. And if you guys follow me on YouTube, then you guys already know I go over the Bitcoin price almost every day. I go live or I shoot a video and I upload it to my YouTube channel. For those that care about Bitcoin, cool. For those that don't, cool. It's my channel that I just post, my Bitcoin updates on. If you guys want to subscribe to that, go ahead and check that out. I also have some pretty dope content as well about credit and all that good stuff as well, which is very important in today's society because you guys love to complain. People love to complain about the situation, but don't want to do anything about anything to change the situation, right? Because I post all the time about how we can help you change your credit, help you fix your credit, change your life, change your mindset, get a bag from the bank. That way you don't have to slave all these years, all this time, right, to go invest, and then it just takes you forever, right? When you can just use the bank's money to invest. But anyways, we're gonna jump into the Bitcoin price. Head over to youtube.com/Bitcoin Chris @Bitcoin Chris. Hit that like, share, subscribe. And if you trade, BingX is in the description. If you guys want to, check out my new book, BitcoinDadFiatDad.com, also in the description. But we're going to jump right into the Bitcoin charts right now. We're at $36,372 for one Bitcoin. I remember telling you guys when Bitcoin was $3,000 to buy some Bitcoin. Bitcoin went from $3,000 to $69,000. And now we corrected, right? We corrected. Nobody expected Bitcoin to go from 3,000 to 69,000. Nobody expected us to drop from 69,000 to 15,000, 16,000. And now we're right in the middle, right? We're right at 30,000, 36,000 to be exact, right? $36,000. And for those of you that don't know, of course, you don't have to buy an entire Bitcoin. You can buy $10, $15, $100, whatever you're able to purchase and use or save, because we use Bitcoin as a savings account, or here in America, we use it as an investment, strategy and investment tool. And it's something that, can't be controlled, stopped, and it's uncensorable. So you guys definitely need to do some research. And if you guys have been following me for a while, right, I've been on Clubhouse teaching people about Bitcoin for years. I'm on Twitter talking about Bitcoin for years. been over here on IG talking about Bitcoin for years, been on Facebook talking about Bitcoin for years. You don't have to believe me. You can scroll down the timelines and see exactly, what I've done and, the success and the receipts, right? Because I don't just talk about these things. I actually do these things. I don't just talk about helping people fix their credit. I actually help people fix their credit. I don't just talk about business credit and helping people get $50,000, $100,000. I actually help people get $50,000 to $100,000 on business credit cards so they can invest in real estate, invest in Bitcoin, invest in whatever it is that they want to invest in, right? But you have to, change your mindset. And, again, we're going to talk about what I lost, right? And why I'm so happy about it. But of course, like I said, I'm gonna jump into the Bitcoin price. Let me stop ranting. So right now I'm on the 30-minute chart looking at Bitcoin. We are looking like we want to head up, but we just see this red dot come off and come back on and come off and come back on and come off and come back on. Doesn't matter what the price of Bitcoin is, because when Bitcoin's 100,000, when Bitcoin's 1 million, when Bitcoin is $10 million, you think you're gonna care that you bought Bitcoin at 36,000 or bought a little bit of Bitcoin at 45,000 or 69,000, unless you sold, right? Because if you sold, then it's a different story because you don't have any Bitcoin. It's amazing to me how many people follow me and how many people see what Bitcoin is up over 100% this year alone, right? Versus you having money in your savings account. If you had $1,000 in your savings account in January, and now we're in November, almost December already. It just turned November. I don't know how we're already halfway through November. You had $1,000 in your bank account in January, and now you have, your savings account. It's November. It's still $1,000, and it actually loses value because of inflation. But if you would have bought Bitcoin and just chilled and bought $1,000 worth of Bitcoin and put it into and just chilled, right, and just put it into Coinbase or Cash App or Swan or just held it, right, it would be now over $2,000 because Bitcoin is up 100%. So let's do the math on that. If you did $10,000 in your savings account, it's just sitting there, and then now from January to now, it's still $10,000. You're actually losing because of inflation. You're actually losing because they keep printing more money, guys. They're going to continue to print more money. We're sending money to overseas. I'm not going to say those names because I don't want to be shadow banned on YouTube or whatever. So y'all know where we sending this money to. Our government spends money on stupid stuff all the time. So, they're spending all money on stupid stuff. They got to print money. They tax us, but they can print money. It doesn't make sense at all. They steal from us through inflation. It's a whole big cluster fuck of shit that we need to understand. Excuse my language. Because it's very important that you guys understand this. If not, you're going to continue to go through what you're going through. You're going to continue to struggle. We keep seeing TikTok videos on YouTube. We keep seeing people on Facebook complaining about the cost of living, complaining about rent, complaining about groceries, complaining about gas. And you think it's going to get any cheaper? It's not actually. It's actually going to get worse, right? Because they have to print more money. We're a society built on debt. Everything's built on debt. So more money printing equals more devaluation of your dollar. So again, 10,000 in January, all the way to now, it's still 10,000 minus inflation. You're losing money, right? You're losing the value of your money. But if you would have bought $10,000 worth of Bitcoin in January till now, you would have $20,000, over $20,000 because it's over 100%, right? So that's just the power of Bitcoin. Now, again, you are a grown adult. You can buy shit coins all you want. You can buy Dogecoin. You can buy Pepe. You can buy Solana. You can buy Ethereum. I'm not here to tell you what to do because you're an adult. And, I've been telling people to, watch out and be careful and don't lose your money. But you're going to do what you're going to do anyway. So do what you're going to do. You can actually throw a dart, right, and pick any one of these shit coins during the bull market and make some money. So I hope you do make some money. You just better sell and not get greedy, right, and be profitable, right? And so with that being said, there's no reason for you to have money in a savings account. An emergency savings, I'm not talking about an emergency savings account. I'm talking about a normal, regular savings account that you don't even use, that's just chilling there, right? When you could be investing into assets, and it doesn't even have to be Bitcoin, right? It could have been Tesla, it could have been Google, it could have been Apple. Which the reason why I talk about Bitcoin, guys, is because Bitcoin outperforms all these stocks. I love math, right? I love numbers, right? So I'm not going to invest in something that goes up 5 and 10% when Bitcoin goes from $3,000 to $69,000. It doesn't make sense for me to invest into a stock. No stock is doing that. No stock in the world has ever done that, right? So Bitcoin is the best performing asset on earth for a reason, because it's scarce, right? So we're not going to go on that. We're not going to go into that. Let me continue with the charts, right? So we're going to jump into the 1 hour chart. If you're watching here on Instagram, head over to YouTube and you can see the charts. So we got a green dot on the hourly, but we did pull back a little bit. Let's see, we got a green dot, pull back a little bit. VWAP headed down, momentum wave headed up. Money flow looks like it's leaving. However, this could come back up. I did tweet a few hours ago, the 4 hour, we did have a green dot. 4 hour green dot still good. We did pull all the way up to 36,800, and then that wick came all the way down. So I think we are still going to head up. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that plays out. Let me make this full screen for you guys over on YouTube. There we go. All right, cool. So that is the 4 hour. Let's look at the 12 hour, and then we'll look at the daily. And then I'll go over exactly what I lost, and that way you guys can, understand what I lost and why I'm so happy. All right, so now we're looking at the 12 hour. 12 hours headed down, but VWAP is headed up. Money flow is still strong. Let's look at the daily. All right, daily looking like it's still coming down, pointing down, headed down, VWAP headed down. So this is not good on the longer time frame. However, 4 hour does show green dots, so that could always change. 2 hour, let's look at that. 2 hours looking good as far as momentum goes, because look at this, guys. You can see it's starting to point up. So momentum looking good on the 2 hour, 4 hour. Let's look at that 1 hour again. 1 hour looking good. So I would long, and then I would take a long. Let me show you guys how I would trade this. If you guys trade, Bing X is down in the description below. Be careful. Don't get clapped up. Don't over leverage. I actually got clapped up the other day when this happened. Or actually, there's another one. Then this happened. And this came down to here. I got clapped up. I don't know if it was this one or this one. I think I got clapped up on both of them, which is crazy. All right, so anyways, look, as you can see here, I will show you guys a trade that I will take right now, right? This is what I would do. My trade would be opening up here, which is 36,406. Stop loss just below here, and then take profit would be back at the top. 37,000, 38,000. I would do 39,999, 37,999 around here, because I don't know if we break out or not. I was setting an alert as well. So put an alert here. That way you can move your stops up. So this would be a 2.55 risk to reward ratio. Let me move that up a little bit. That would be a little bit better. 3.1 risk to reward ratio. Stop loss 35,921. Take profit 37,912. All right, so that would be 3.11 risk to reward ratio, which means you would risk $100 to make $511 per Bitcoin if you guys are trading. 10x leverage, $5,000. All right, so $100 to make $500. That is the risk to reward ratio with the trade. That's the trade I would take on Bitcoin. All right, and I would set an alert, like I said here, and that way you can move your stops up and see what Bitcoin is going to do at that point. I do have alerts set for us when we do reach above these two levels here, because that's local resistance. All right, so that is the Bitcoin charts for today. Let me show you guys. Make sure you guys go check out my new book or pre-order, Bitcoin Dad Fiat Dad, as you can see here on the screen. Go check that out right here, bitcoindadfiatdad.com. Pre-order my new book. All right, it is on the way. All right, and we also got some Bitcoin merch as well. So make sure you guys go check that out. All right, so here we go. All right, cool. Now, with that being said, let me jump back over to me. All right, cool. Now we're gonna go over exactly what I lost, right? Because I posted the video, I posted the title of this as exactly what I lost, right? I lost it all, right? I lost it all, right? So now I get to go over exactly what I lost because I think it's very important that you guys understand exactly what I lost. The first thing that I lost, right? I lost a lot of broke friends. Woo! I lost a lot of broke friends. And the realest people don't have a lot of friends, right? What else did I lose? I lost a fearful mindset. I lost a fearful and scarcity mindset. I lost it all, guys. I lost it all. What else did I lose, guys? I lost a bad attitude. Woo. Your attitude determines your altitude. So watch your attitude. Change your attitude. Lose the bad attitude. Just how I lost it, right? I lost self-doubt and fear. I also lost self-doubt and fear, guys. You guys got to lose that self-doubt, guys. You guys have to believe in yourself. And things happen in life, and of course, you go through ruts, and we feel like sometimes life is you know beating us up a little bit too much, right? And you might not feel like it, right? But that's the power of faith, and that's the power of keeping your head up and keep pushing, right? Got to keep pushing no matter what happens, right? So you got to lose that self doubt. You got to lose that fearful mindset. You got to lose that bad attitude. And I lost it all, guys. I lost that. I lost that 9 to 5 job, guys. I lost that 9 to 5 job. I quit that 9 to 5 job. You know why? Because I just don't like being told what to do. And I know my life was worth so much more than working at a job and working for somebody else's dreams, guys. And I know you guys probably feel the same way as well, right? Because most people, and that's not for everybody. Most people like their job, right? And not everybody can be an entrepreneur and not understand that. But for me, personally, for me, that's not something that I really aspire, to do. So I lost that 9 to 5 job. I lost them bosses, right? Them bosses, the bosses that I had. Some of the bosses I had was cool, right? The managers I had was cool. I'm not going front, but there were some bosses that I just didn't like, right? There were some coworkers I didn't like, right? I lost them lame ass coworkers. I lost having to ask to go to the bathroom. I lost having to ask to take time off. I lost all of it. I lost the 9 to 5 job. I lost it. I lost that mindset. And that's the best thing that could have happened to me is to lose the 9 to 5 job, to lose the broke friends, to lose the fearful mindset, to lose the fake friends, to lose the bad attitude, to lose the self-doubt and fear, right? To lose, you have to lose the bad habits. You got to create good habits, right? And it's not easy. It takes practice, right? It takes like I think it's like 7 times, right, for you to start, to build that good habit, right? So when you lose these things, you lose these things, you let go of these things that are holding you down. Now you have room to grow, right? You have room to build and to adopt better attributes, right? And to gain other things. Once you lose what you don't need, you can gain what you do need. And I think it's very important that I share this message with you guys because somebody needs to hear this. Somebody needs to hear this. I lost it all, and I'm glad I lost it all, right? And I lost bad credit. I lost financial illiteracy, right? Because now I'm financially literate, right? And if things didn't happen the way they happened, you have to enjoy, the journey in life. And if things didn't happen the way that they happened for me, I wouldn't be in the situation that I'm in, right? I wouldn't have had, those ups and downs and those trials and tribulations are actually that you think they're bad for you, right? And I listen to Joyce Myers and I listen to, Myron Golden, and I listen to a lot of these motivational and inspirational speakers, right? And it's great to listen to these things because if you don't listen to the positive, you're just going to be bombarded by the negative, right? So I haven't been, very active on social media a lot because I've been, trying to, get back into the root of things. And I wanted to take a break, guys. I was on Clubhouse for like 2 years straight, 2 years straight educating. Like, not a day went by that I wasn't on Clubhouse, educating, answering questions, giving away free Bitcoin, talking to so many people, thousands of people all over the world. There wasn't a day that went by that I was not on Clubhouse, guys. And I got super burnt out. I got super burnt out. I got super burnt out. And, social media kind of like, it just turned me off, right? I just didn't want to be on social media anymore because I was just on it so much, right? You have to have balance, right? So now that I took my little hiatus, took my little break, I'm starting to slowly get back into, posting on social media because, sometimes social media can consume you. And if you don't have balance, then, you're going to be lost in the sauce. But anyways, I digress. The point of this is to teach you guys and to show you guys, hey, you have to listen to positive messages. You have to lose it all, right? You have to lose all the bad habits. Sometimes you have to lose money, right? Sometimes you have to lose the relationship. Sometimes you have to lose whatever it is that you lost because, in hindsight, it's really for your benefit, right? It's really to help you out, guys. I lost it all. And I'm so happy I lost those things because if I didn't lose those things, I wouldn't be able to move into the space that I'm in, the position that I'm in, the mindset that I'm in. And I think it's very beneficial that you guys listen to the message and you guys hear the message and that you guys, hear from Bitcoin Chris. Bitcoin tatted, I got no fear. You dig? You guys really think I got a Bitcoin tatted on my face for no reason? It's okay. I look crazy now, but I also look crazy when Bitcoin was $3,000 and nobody listened to me. I was crazy then. Am I crazy now? I was crazy when I told you guys to fix your credit. And in 2017, I was crazy then. Not everybody, was on the credit wave. Not everybody. Most people just don't care about the credit, which is unfortunate. But most people, learned the game, right? Got real educated with the space, got really good into the space. I'm happy for those people that, that I know and countless other people that I don't know that are on top of their credit game, right? I was crazy then. Am I crazy now? I was crazy in 2020, right? To buy Bitcoin for 3,000 up to 10,000, or from 10,000 to 20,000, 20,000 to 30 to 40 to 69,000. I was crazy then. But am I crazy now? I don't think so. So I was crazy to say, and it was unheard of. It's unheard of for some of the people in my, because a lot of us, and I say us, and I can talk about this because I used to be this person. I used to work at Hilton. I used to work at Wyndham. I used to work at jobs, guys. And I never thought it was possible to get $50,000 on a credit card, to get $10,000 on a credit card, to get $100,000 collectively on a credit card or more. I never thought these things were possible. And if you don't hear and if you don't know what you don't know, right? So I'm here to tell you guys, you can get $100,000 on credit so you can go buy real estate, so you can go start a business, so you don't got to work at that job that you hate. And if you love your job, then don't do it and do it as a side hustle, right? And keep your job, right? And just there's so many ways to maneuver, and there's so many ways to, to do. Sorry about that, IG. Battery's dying. To do what you love to do or do what you want to do without having to work and slave a 9-to-5 job. I hated having to miss my son's soccer games. I hated having to miss, my son used to play soccer, basketball, flag football. And all those years that he was playing, though, he's 13 now. He don't even like sports. He like playing video games now. But, thank God I was able to, maneuver and, get to spend as much time as when back, during the pandemic, everything changed, right? But, before then, I was sad. I was heartbroken. I was pissed off because, I had to work Saturday mornings and my son had basketball games Saturday mornings. My son had flag football games Saturday mornings. My son had, soccer games Saturday mornings. And if I'm working Saturday morning, I can't be there. That would like break my heart because I understood that he's only going to be little for so long, right? So now that he's older and I look back, I'm like, damn, I'm not going to be able to get that time back. But now that I'm an entrepreneur, I work for myself, and there's nothing wrong with you working a job, guys. Work your job. I'm not hating on anybody that works a job. I just hate jobs. I just hate jobs. And that's just me. And that's okay if you have a job. Again, I just hate jobs because there's so many ways for you to make money without having to, rely on a job. And if you rely on a job and they fire you, then you're going to be lost in a limbo, right? You're going to be lost in limbo, and then you got to go find another job. And most people don't even have, you know, a savings account, a $500 emergency, you know, flip some people's lives all the way around, right? A $500 to $1,000 emergency, which is why I tell you guys to fix your credit. Because if you had a credit card and you had an emergency that happened, and you had a $1,000 or $2,000 credit card, and an emergency happens, you got some money, right? And that's just on the personal side, right? You just got some money just in case. Like that alone should be enough motivation, especially if you have children, to fix your damn credit. Because if an emergency happens to your child, or if an emergency happens and the radiator goes out in your car, or a tire blows out, or two tires blows out, I got Pirelli run flat tires, guys. Those tires are $250 each. Run flat Pirelli tires are not cheap, guys. And you know, emergency and shit happens, right? Stuff happens. So if you don't have credit or extra capital, if you're not making enough money, because most people live paycheck to paycheck because we spend money on stupid stuff. I made a video about that. A lot of people saying they can't fix their credit or they don't have money. You do have money. You just spend it on stupid stuff. And I went over a whole list of things that people spend their money on, including Netflix, including going out to the club and parking and drinking every weekend, and weed, especially weed. Woo! You know, that weed bill be adding up. How do I know? I used to smoke weed. I used to smoke weed. I smoke a little bit of weed. I don't even like to smoke like that, because the reason why I quit smoking weed is because it gave me anxiety. And, you know, the weed is just so strong nowadays. It's like, and I mean, I'm just trying to be better. I've been smoking since I was like 14. I need to stop smoking. It's that simple. Anyways, we spend our money on dumb stuff, guys. We spend money on alcohol, weed, clothes, versus sitting down in the crib, learning, investing in yourself, taking the time to, you know, educate yourself. There's so many ways to make money out here, guys. And if you don't have the capital, because it costs money to make money, right? If it costs money to make money, how are you going to get the money, right? A substantial amount of money in a reasonable amount of time. And I went over this in one of my whiteboard videos on my YouTube channel, right? Because, you know, most people make the average worker in the US makes $60,000 a year, you know, and the more you make, the more you spend, because the more you spend, it's just because you have more money to spend. And, you know, most people, when they make more money, they spend more money, right? So a lot of us in America live, you know, above our means and above, you know, what we need to. And I've really trained myself to not live, you know, above my means, because I'm in grind mode, hustle mode, right? I'm just trying to, you know, grind, right? It's Friday at, what time is it? It's Friday at 4 o'clock, right? And probably a lot of you guys are probably at the office, right? Working. I have friends that, you know, I used to work with at Wyndham. I told them about Bitcoin. I told them about Bitcoin before the pandemic hit. And then after the pandemic hit, you know, they always hit me up like, oh man, you're right about Bitcoin. I should have bought some, you know, and still to this day, my Facebook family, I tell you guys about Bitcoin. I tell you guys about credit. I tell you guys about dividend paying stocks. I tell you guys about options. I tell you guys about business credit. I tell you guys that I have programs where I can teach you how to start your own credit repair business on autopilot. I don't do any of the work. I have a VA that hires the work. I have a virtual assistant. I don't do any of the work, right? I do a little bit of admin stuff and checking and all that stuff, but I don't really do too much work. And, you know, it's not about working harder. It's about working smarter, right? So you got to work smarter, not harder. Because you can work as a truck driver. You can work as a call center representative. You can work as whatever it is that you do, right? But guess what? You physically need to be there. You need to create, you know, a business. You need to create something that you can sell, right? Like a digital book or an ebook or anything that you're educated on. You can teach other people to do that, because, you know, I'm not for everybody and everybody's not for me. They might want to hear from you. You might have something that, you know, somebody needs, right? I might have something that somebody needs. So we're just here to help each other. I'm here to bless people. I love helping people. That's why I was on Clubhouse every day for 2 years, giving away Bitcoin, educating people about Bitcoin, you know, sharing the good news about Bitcoin, because I understand that the system that we're in is corrupt, right? They can print money out of thin air, but we got to work and slave for it. That's not cool. And you know who it really robs? The reason why it makes me so mad and I'm so passionate about Bitcoin is because now that I have a child, right? I have a kid, right? And now that I have a child, I understand that I don't want him to go through what I went through, right? My parents didn't teach me about credit. because they didn't know about credit. They didn't know that you can leverage credit, right? These are the rich and wealthy plays that I be telling you guys, but you guys just ignore it. I have good friends that I love like brothers that I've been telling for 3, 4, 5 years to fix their credit, and they still won't fix their credit. I've been showing them the blueprint on how to get money, right? How to fix your credit and go to the bank and make money, right? To either support their current business or to grow and scale and start a new business. But some people just like to work at their jobs, and that's okay. But I don't want to see you complaining. I don't want to see you complaining. I don't want to hear you doing all this online. Because that's what a lot of y'all do. Y'all do a lot of this right here. A lot of what do they call it? Twitter fingers. I hate my boss. I hate my job. No, you don't. You love it. And another thing that Myron Golden talked about that I want to go over real quick is Myron Golden. He mentioned that and in the Bible, it's in the Bible too, because I be reading the Bible. I be posting Bible verses, guys. The Bible be dropping gems, guys. Stop sleeping on the Bible. Stop sleeping on God. So in the Bible, Myron pretty much said that, in the Bible it says that a good father leaves an inheritance for his children's children, right? A good father leaves an inheritance for his children's children. Bitcoin is going to be the inheritance for my children's children because I believe Bitcoin is going to be $10 million plus. It's actually, going to infinity because they're going to print more money into infinity, right? Because of the system that we're in, it's based on debt. Bitcoin eats up all the debt. If you don't know, do your research, find out why. Find out why Bitcoin Chris has Bitcoin tatted on his face. If you do the research, then you'll understand why. And you'll understand why I'm so adamant about teaching you guys and about saving in Bitcoin because, they're going to continue to print debt. And the only people that it's going to hurt is our kids. So ever since I had my child, I knew that I didn't want him to go through what I went through. I want to teach him what I didn't know at an early age so he can learn. He knows about equity. He knows about, you guys can go down the timeline and see him talking about fractional reserve banking 3 years ago. And he was 10. So, I don't got to say too much. I just let you let the kids do the talking, right? So a good father leaves an inheritance for his children's children, right? It is selfish of you to not want to make enough money to take care of your family, to make enough money it's selfish of you to make enough money to pay your bills. If you're only making enough money to pay your bills, all right, you're being selfish because you're not here to just pay bills. You're here to help other people, including your parents, and including your friends and the friends that turn family and the family that turns friends and all that good stuff. You're not here to just make it work, guys, just to get by. You're here to thrive. You're not here to survive. You are here to live and thrive. And you're not going to live and thrive working at your 9 to 5 job. That's all I'm going to say. The job is never going to pay you enough. Inflation is 9, 10%, probably higher than that. And did you get a 9, 10% raise? No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You do something wrong, they're going to fire you. Then you're going to be stuck in limbo like my homie. My homie was stuck in limbo. He had to go, because a lot of people in the call center industry, they go from call center to call center to call center to call center. Because why? They're in sales. They don't have any credit. They don't have anything to keep them afloat. Right? You don't hit your numbers, they're going to fire you. Then you got to go find another job. So why are you putting yourself in that situation? Especially if you have kids. You need to fix your credit, especially if you have kids. If you already have kids and you have good credit and you're not using that credit to build a business or to get business credit, to build a business or to buy real estate, the cash flow, or and to do whatever it is that you want to do. Maybe you want to own an laundromat. Maybe you want to own IT company. Maybe you want to own whatever it is that you want to own. I don't know what you want to own, but guess what? If you have money to do that, then go do that. But if you don't have money to do that, then what you gonna do? You're gonna struggle, and then now your kids gotta pay the price because you want to struggle. Nah, you gotta break the cycle. The cycle breaks and starts with you. So it's very selfish of you to not want to do that. It's very selfish of you to not want to do that. To not want to make more. You say you don't care about money. You do care about money because you have to care about money because we're in a system that cares about money. And everything is built on money. I used to be the same way. I used to not care about money, and money is not important. Money is very important. Money is probably the most important thing. Obviously, besides God and health, right? It's God, health, and then money, right? In my opinion. Those are the most important things. God gives you life. God gave you life. Whether you believe in God or not, or whoever you believe in, that's you. Health. If you're not healthy enough to operate and to move, what you gonna do? And then money. You can't do nothing without money. You got to go to the store. You got to buy some gas, money. You want to go on a vacation, money. You want to buy some food, money. You want to pay your light bill, money. Everything revolves around money, guys. So for you to be ignorant enough to think that money is not important, that's exactly why you're in the situation that you're in. So it's Friday. I want to drop these gems for you on a Friday, right? For those of you watching the replay on IG, you know, I hope this is something that you guys find value in. If you guys are interested in fixing your credit, that I've been doing for a long time now, you can click the link in my bio or send me a DM, because I'm not going to message you for you to fix your credit. That is your responsibility as an adult. And it does take time. If you have bad credit for 5 years, don't expect your credit to be fixed in a month, 2 months, 3 months. It's not going to happen unless you only have a couple of negative items. Now, if you already have good credit and you're not using it to get business credit, guess what? We can help you get business credit. I can show you how to get money from the banks so you can do exactly what I was just telling you to do. Let me give you guys an example. Back in 2020, I was able to secure funds via business credit. And I told the story on, I've been telling people since the Clubhouse days, right? 2021, I think. So I've been telling, and then, you know, it's funny because now Michael Saylor did the same thing I did, even though I did it first. I did it first. I actually borrowed money from the bank at 0% interest and bought Bitcoin. And Bitcoin went from, again, 3,000 to 69,000. I borrowed money from the bank at 0% interest, bought Bitcoin. And you have to, and I'm not telling you to do this, I'm telling you what I did. Because, you know, some people, oh, you don't need, and those are the most, you know, the most scariest people are the most brokest people. It's always the scary, negative people with the negative mindset that are the broke people. Only broke people think about the negative outcomes. I don't care about you got to evaluate risk, of course, but you're asking the wrong questions. How about you ask, what if it works? How about you ask, okay, wow, how did you do that? And what made you think to do that, Chris? Why don't you ask, how can I do that? Well, that's the question you need to ask. Or how can I do that into another asset class? How do I do that, Chris, to buy real estate? Or how, okay, I got a 401k that's tied to the stock market. So I hate the 401k. I sold all my 401k years ago and bought Bitcoin. Is the best decision I've ever done. So that's what I did. 401ks are scams. Anyway, you need to be asking yourself what you can do. You're asking yourself the wrong question. So I took business credit, bought Bitcoin. Bitcoin went from 3,000 to 69,000. You're right. Made money, get cards back. Ooh, the rest is history. People do the same thing with real estate, guys. And real estate is, you know, I get a lot of Bitcoiners that say real estate is the dumbest thing to invest in. I don't think so. It depends. Oh my God. Why are y'all calling me? Sorry about that. I got a call coming in. Let me put this on D&D. All right, cool. I put this on D&D. Got calls coming in. My bad. I lost what I was saying. I lost my train of thought. Oh, okay, yeah. Some Bitcoiners say real estate is dumb, and you know, and I can agree. It depends, and I say this all the time. It depends on what you're looking to achieve, right? Everybody has a different goal, right? If your goal is to cash flow, and if your goal is to get tax incentives, right? You know, it makes sense to buy real estate, especially if you're not using your own money. It'll be dumb, in my opinion, if you have no allocation of real estate that can cash flow and you already have Bitcoin. Key words there, key sentences there is if you already have Bitcoin. If you already have some Bitcoin and you can use the bank's money to buy real estate, which is going to cash flow, give you tax advantages, depreciation, cost segregation. If you know about it, you know about it. If you know, you know. you know, cash flow, and then to have that pay for your Bitcoiners act like we don't got bills to pay. We got bills to pay. All right. And I'm not like any of you lame ass Bitcoiners that sit on Clubhouse or sit on Twitter talking about, oh, I'm waiting for my job to give me my paycheck so I can. Nah, man, I'm not doing that. That's cool if you do that, but I'm not doing that because I know too much. When you know better, you do better. If I know that I can get money from the bank to buy an asset that's going to pay me, and I don't got to sit at a fucking job, and I can just sit in the crib at 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, do whenever I want, right? Creating content, creating merchandise, right? Creating value, teaching people, helping people. If I could do that, I'd much rather do that, right? Than to be working at a job. So Bitcoiners, some Bitcoin, not all of them, not all Bitcoiners, but some Bitcoiners, they kill me with that, man. It's just like, yo, we got bills, right? We have to generate income, right? You have to have cash flow, right? So the mindset and what you're trying to accomplish is going to be the determining factor, in my opinion, on if you should invest in real estate or not. Of course, I think that's a great idea if you have some Bitcoin already. If not, you need to allocate some capital to Bitcoin and then some capital to real estate, because Bitcoin is going to outperform all asset classes, period, because of, again, the debt cycle and the debt spiral and the money printing and inflation and all that good stuff. I'm sure you guys have heard about what's going on in overseas, right? Countless countries in overseas, Venezuela, Nigeria, Lebanon. Now we got, hyperinflation in all these places. Guess what they're using? They're going to use Bitcoin. They have to. They don't have a choice, right? Because their government is corrupt. So, again, Bitcoin. So real estate is actually, it's a business, right? So it would be a business. So I consider real estate a business. So, and it is a business. So that is a business avenue or a business venture that you can dive into the cash flow. You don't have to do that. You can do, like I said, I just mentioned it earlier, laundromats, right? You can do lawn care, right? But I'm not trying to do no physical work. I'm not trying to be doing that. But you can hire people to do that, right? You guys can do a ton of different things. You just got to use your brain. So again, Myron Golden be dropping gems. Shout out to Myron Golden. Shout out to Joyce Meyer. Shout out to, TD Jakes. Shout out to everybody that follows me. Much love, you guys. I'm here talking out of passion. I hope you don't take the tone and what I'm saying the wrong way, because I don't care if you do. I'm doing this out of love. I don't have to listen to you. You don't have to listen to me. All right. I'm just trying to help you, and I can only lead you to the water. I can't make you drink. Right. I can only show you that Bitcoin is going to continue to go up in value, or you can just stay in your little crappy fiat dollar and keep your little savings account. And when they shut down and the banks go bust and they tell you can't access your money like they did last time, or when they have to bail out the banks at your expense, our expense, right? I opted out of that system a long time ago. They can't tell me nothing. I'm so defiant. Like it can be a good and a bad thing, right? To be so defiant, right? I can never stand. Everything that we've been told is a lie. Everything that they taught us in school is a lie. We send our kids to school. We scold our kids and get mad at our kids for having bad grades, right? When the system is taught to make them NPCs, to make them robots, to make them go work for somebody else to make them money. No, stop getting mad at your kids for bad grades. How about you homeschool your kids instead? How about that? Oh, you can't. Oh, why? Because you're working a job. Oh, okay. So, starting a business and being financially independent has so many different benefits to it. And I just wanted to hop on here and share some of my thoughts, guys. And I might sound crazy, but we're gonna see who's crazy in the next year or two. We'll see how crazy Bitcoin Chris is, right? We'll see how crazy Bitcoin Chris is, right? In the next year or two. So I think I'm done with my rant. God loves you. I love you. And if you guys are interested in getting your credit fixed, click the link in the bio or head over to credit4freedom.com, credit the number 4 and then freedom.com, or click the link in the bio. All right. If you're watching on YouTube, all the links are down in the description. All the links are down in the description. So if you need help with any of those things, click the link, down in the description. Okay. And with that being said, this is Bitcoin Chris checking out. I will drop another video probably on Sunday because I'm probably not gonna make any videos tomorrow. Just being honest. So probably see you guys Sunday, and I am out. Peace out, IG. We'll see you guys later. Much love. I don't know Espanol. No habla Espanol. That's right, baby. Break that cycle. You shout out to everybody on the live. All right, so if you're watching this replay on IG, I love you guys. I guess just type, send me, leave a comment, let me know that you watched the video, and if I brought any value to you. And with that being said, Bitcoin Chris checking out. Peace. Fix your credit. Get some business credit. Level up. Fire your boss. Chris Knight checking out. Peace. All right, YouTube. No, I'm not on YouTube right now. I'm on Facebook and Twitter. So YouTube and Facebook, again, let me make this full screen. Oh, my bad. All right. Once again, you guys should know. You guys should know. My Twitter family should know. I rock with my Twitter family, man. My Twitter family, I love y'all, man. There's a lot of smart people in the Bitcoin space, and I rock with y'all. Facebook, it's like two different worlds with y'all. My Twitter family's so like in tune and so aware of what's going on with the economy and what's going on with the money and what's going on with Bitcoin and like what's going on with like everything, right? The news, it's in real time, right? And then you got Facebook, which is people just on there and just y'all in la la land on Facebook. Y'all in la la land on Facebook, man. Facebook, y'all be on it, man. Y'all be on some la 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 land on Facebook. But hey, it's all good. I hope this motivates you to fix your credit. And if you don't want to fix your credit, that's all good. That don't affect me one bit. It only affects you and your family. I hope you got some value. I hope this motivates you. It's Friday. And I love you. God loves you. Bitcoin Chris checking out. Much love Facebook. Much love Twitter. See you in the next video. Peace.